Kathleen Kuznicki. I am the Legislative and Economic Development Committee Chair for the Pittsburgh North Regional Chambers. One of the top priorities of our membership is workforce development. To benefit our members, we are doing these workforce development videos to share best practices among a variety of industries. Today, I am interviewing Marissa Bankert of the Independent Electrical Contractors of Pennsylvania. Welcome, Melissa. Could you please tell us a little bit about your organization?
Sure, Kathleen, my pleasure to do so. So the Independent Electrical Contractors of Pennsylvania is a nonprofit trade association for the electrical contractors across the Commonwealth. We specialize in things like apprenticeship, continuing education, and networking for electrical contractors to allow them to improve and grow their businesses.
Okay, thank you. Now I'm going to ask you some questions just about workforce development specifically. First question is, what changes or programs have you or the people in the trades have implemented to retain their current employees?
I think that education is one of those big ones, right? So I think that what we have seen generationally is that younger generations really do like education, and they also like the idea of knowing what their pathway is. So through programs like apprenticeship, where we can kind of put out there, hey, here's the timeline surrounding this, and your contractor member is going to be investing in your education for that, that's really appealing. I also think that continuing education is something that people are interested in. They want to be micro-credentialed or credentialed in some way. So that's a really important opportunity that a lot of our contractor members, afford, and we do as well as an association. And so I think that those are some of the key factors when we think about that. Some of the other things are really finding creative ways to retain employees through bonuses, incentives, things like golden handcuffs and key employees. I think that those are some of those other tactics that our contractor members are looking at when they're thinking about retaining employees.
Yeah, education is very key for any industry, I think, to keep people educated. So what new tactics or marketing are you doing to attract new talent in the trades?
Yeah, so for us, we're doing a statewide press release in regards to the opportunity of our apprenticeship program. That way it can be picked up across the state by various outlets. And then what we see from our contractor members as they're advertising is they're going across a lot of the job boards, right? The same ones we're all on, LinkedIn, ZipRecruiter, Indeed, they're doing all of those types of things. But then I think that they've also realized, as have we, that we have to go to where people are instead of where we kind of want them to be. So I think in looking things like Craigslist or Facebook Marketplace or other kind of, social media platforms are really the opportunity to kind of say, hey, we're hiring, or to even put out the great pictures and ideas and things about what makes your organization great so that people want to even learn more about you. So I think we're seeing more and more of that as a methodology for attracting talent.
Yeah, using those diverse communication channels must be the best benefit, reaching out, like you said, where people really are, not where you want them to be.
Yeah.
All right, so besides a paycheck, have you found that candidates are looking for from any employer, especially in the trade industry?
Yeah, so I think that this is something that has changed probably in that I think culture is now key. We see this across all different generations, but specifically those that we're trying to attract in. And what we know is that they want to work for somewhere where they actually want to go to. No one wants to go to work and be unhappy. So I think that culture has been a big shift, really showing employees that you're invested in them as a whole person, that you're really looking out for them if they are, struggling somewhere, to provide resources, to let them know that they can, get information from a different place instead of just being like, hey, that's your problem. So I think that that's been a big shift that we see. And I think it's a great one. You want your employer to be able to help you with some of the things that you might be struggling with and not feel like you're creating an additional burden on them. Because I think that good employers understand that, happy employees make really good employees. And so culture to me is probably one of the big shifts that we see that help in that regard.
Yeah, I find employers are trying to invest more in culture and people, and they're finding out that it's very important to retain and keep employees. So thank you very much. So can you please tell us a little more about the apprenticeship opportunities your association is offering, and what are some of the benefits of an apprenticeship?
Sure. So we have an open enrollment about 3 times a year where anyone who's interested in having an electrical career can apply to become a registered apprentice. And so what that means is that they are provided full-time employment opportunities, and then their contractor member will pay for their education. So that's $0 in student debt for those people who have that concern. And so then it's a 4-year program that's accredited with the state. So at the end, they are a certified journey person with, you know, as an electrician. And so that makes a big difference, I think, when we think about how people want to be recognized for their hard work and dedication. And we have a formal graduation ceremony. We really look at it like a post-secondary educational institution graduation, just like if you went to college or university. So I think that that has its own advantages of really showing that the skilled trades and the education that's provided for skilled trades people is equal to that same level of education that we associate with other career paths. And then I think that one of the things that's really important about our apprenticeship program is that it really provides true opportunity, no matter what your gender is, your ethnicity, or anything like that. If you have a willingness to kind of be in there, problem solve, do math every day, because that's what we have to do, and be, you know, thoughtful about what it is that's happening across the job site, you're probably going to be a really successful electrician. And the apprenticeship program just helps you to understand how the theory behind the related technical instruction matches with the on-the-job training that you're doing every day with your contractor member.
Well, Marissa, well, thank you so much for all these best practice tips and learning about your organization. Is there a way people can reach out to you if they want to contact you to learn more?
Absolutely. Email is always best for me. My email is execdir@iecpennsylvania.org.
Okay, well, thank you everyone very much, and look forward to more of our workforce development video from the Pittsburgh North Regional Chamber. Thank you.
Thanks.